Welcome to WNBA Trending. I'm Ava. Cathy Engelbert, the commissioner of the WNBA, has once again found herself at the center of controversy, and this time, it involves none other than rookie sensation Caitlin Clark. What began as a simple comment during a recent interview has erupted into a full-blown backlash from fans who believe Engelbert's words were dismissive toward the most influential player in the league today. During a press appearance last week, Engelbert was asked a straightforward question about Caitlin Clark's impact on the WNBA and whether the league was doing enough to protect and promote its biggest star. Her answer quickly went viral. Engelbert responded, quote, "We need to stop centering every conversation around one player. The WNBA is about all of our athletes, not just one star." The comment didn't sit well with fans. Within minutes, social media was ablaze with reactions, and hashtags like #ProtectCaitlinClark, #WNBAFairness, and #EngelbertComments began trending. Many felt that Engelbert's remarks were tone-deaf, especially considering how much Caitlin Clark has done to bring unprecedented attention, viewership, and revenue to the league in her first professional season. Fans pointed out that without Clark, many of the WNBA's record-breaking numbers this year might not have been possible. Ticket sales have skyrocketed, merchandise has flown off the shelves, and television ratings have soared to levels the league has never seen before. Yet, in the eyes of many supporters, the commissioners seem to downplay the player responsible for that surge. One fan wrote online, "Caitlin Clark isn't just a player. She's the reason people are finally paying attention to the WNBA. To say she shouldn't be the focus is just wrong." Another added, "This league was struggling for relevance before Caitlin showed up. The commissioner should be grateful, not defensive." Sports media outlets quickly picked up the story, and debates erupted across talk shows and podcasts. Some analysts defended Engelbert, saying she's right to emphasize that the WNBA's strength comes from its collective talent, not one individual. Others, however, argued that the league's leadership is missing a golden opportunity by refusing to fully embrace Clark's star power. One commentator said, "Every successful league has its face, the player that draws in casual fans and sponsors. The NBA had Jordan, the NFL had Brady, tennis had Serena. For the WNBA, that face is Caitlin Clark. To pretend otherwise is a mistake." This is not the first time Cathy Engelbert's comments about Caitlin Clark have drawn scrutiny. Earlier this season, when Clark was the target of aggressive physical play on the court, Engelbert stated that the WNBA is a physical, competitive league and that Clark will adjust over time. Fans saw that as the commissioner refusing to address what they viewed as excessive targeting and lack of protection for the rookie. Now, with this latest statement, critics say Engelbert is doubling down on a pattern of minimizing Clark's importance. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark has remained calm and professional. When asked about the commissioner's comments during a media availability, Clark brushed off the controversy. She said, "I don't pay too much attention to that. I just focus on my team and the next game. I love this league and what it represents." Her poise and maturity only deepened fans' admiration for her. Behind the scenes, however, the numbers tell a story that cannot be ignored. According to league data, average WNBA attendance is up more than 40% this season. Television ratings for games involving the Indiana Fever have shattered records, and sponsorship deals have poured in at a historic pace. Clark jerseys continue to sell out within hours of release, and her presence has brought in a wave of new fans who had never followed women's basketball before. Despite these facts, Engelbert's latest comments seem to undercut the idea that Clark deserves special recognition. Fans saw it as a sign that the league's leadership is hesitant to fully lean into Clark's fame, perhaps out of fear of overshadowing other players. But supporters argue that Clark's rise lifts everyone, not just herself. As one fan put it, "Caitlin isn't taking attention away from other players. She's bringing more eyes to all of them." Prominent sports journalists echoed the same sentiment. One analyst wrote, "The WNBA needs to stop worrying about balance and start thinking about growth. Caitlin Clark is a once-in-a-generation marketing engine. You don't dim the brightest light in the room, you use it to illuminate everything else." In response to the growing backlash, Cathy Engelbert attempted to clarify her remarks in a follow-up interview. She said, "I have tremendous respect for Caitlin and everything she's done for the league. My comments were simply to emphasize that we have incredible athletes across all teams who also deserve recognition. Caitlin's impact has been phenomenal, and we're proud of her success." While the clarification softened some reactions, many fans were not convinced. The initial statement had already fueled frustration among those who feel that Clark's influence isn't being fully appreciated by league leadership. The damage, as some put it, had already been done. On social media, clips of Engelbert's comments have been viewed millions of times. Some fans edited highlight reels of Caitlin Clark's top plays alongside quotes from the commissioner, sarcastically asking, "Still not the focus?" Others have called for Engelbert to issue a formal apology or make a public statement specifically recognizing Clark's role in growing the game. League insiders say the tension reflects a broader debate about the WNBA's future direction. Should it market itself as a team-centered league built on parity, or should it embrace star-driven promotion similar to the NBA's approach? For many, the answer seems clear. "Fans want stars," said one marketing expert. "They want stories, rivalries, and personalities. Caitlin Clark brings all of that in one package. Ignoring her impact is like ignoring your best chance to go mainstream." Still, others sympathize with Engelbert's position, arguing that focusing too heavily on one player could create resentment among other stars. The WNBA has long prided itself on being a league of equality and community, not celebrity culture. Engelbert's supporters claim she's trying to maintain that tradition in a rapidly changing media landscape. But even those defenders admit that timing matters. With Clark's name dominating sports headlines almost daily, her popularity has become too big to sidestep. As the season progresses, the tension between the league's cautious leadership and its explosive new fandom will likely continue. For Caitlin Clark, the spotlight isn't going anywhere. Every comment, every play, and every public appearance fuels more discussion about the future of the WNBA and whether it's ready to evolve into a true mainstream powerhouse. In the end, the commissioner's comments may serve as a turning point. Fans have made their voices clear. They want Caitlin Clark recognized not just as another rookie, but as the face of the league. Whether Cathy Engelbert and the WNBA choose to embrace that reality could determine how far the league grows in the coming years. For now, one thing is certain: Caitlin Clark's impact isn't fading anytime soon, and every word spoken about her, especially by the league's leadership, will be under the microscope.